Hey, this is Danny. Let's talk meditation challenge. We're getting close to the end. So, just keeping my accountability straight. Of the last 6 days, I have meditated 5 of those days, including this morning. And so, those would be days 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So, of the 30-day meditation challenge, we're through day 29. I am. And when I skip a day, which I have like 2 or 3 over the course of this, well, I can tell you like 2. I've skipped 2 days now that I can see on my, 3. I have skipped a total of 3 days, but I didn't count them, of course. So I haven't done 30 days in a row. I'm thinking about, well, number one, I am going to keep the challenge going. I know that, but I don't want to talk about that now. Let's talk about these 5 meditations, okay? Let's just keep the conversation to what's happening right now. Spoiler alert, I am going to keep it going, but I'm not necessarily going to check in every day or whatever, like I haven't been anyway. You can see how well that worked. But anyway, I am driving home to Kansas City, finished my trip in Padre. It was amazing and awesome and fantastic. I even went through Texas Hill Country, and I'll have videos on all of that coming up, and it was just fantastic. And so these last 5 days of meditation have been a little bit on the beach, and then a little bit of travel days, and then a little in the Texas. It's been a little bit of everything. A little bit in the Texas Hill Country too. So I've had a little bit of everything, but I've been pretty consistent 5 days out of 6 to meditate. I'm moving it back to the morning, but I haven't done that consistently either. But this morning I did. What I think is wake up, go to the bathroom, brushing teeth. Once I start washing my face and brushing my teeth, then I get into the day. Also, picking up the phone is a big thing for me. If I pick up my phone, I'm probably not going to meditate first thing in the morning. So I need to choose meditation before I choose my phone. That's what I'm finding is one of the big keys for me, because sometimes I can get on the phone and go down the rabbit hole, right? I mean, just like go down and wake up 30 minutes later and I'm stuck in my, whether it's emails or social media or whatever. So, noticing a lot of that. I knew these challenges going in, and so part of me was beating up on myself because like the same challenges that I'm having are the ones I predicted I would have in the beginning, and I thought I had a plan to get around them. And then I got kind of cocky and was like, I don't need the plan. I can do it anytime. And then I started to struggle and everything. And now I'm going back to that. It's like you had the right idea in the beginning, and then you varied from it. Experimentation, whatever. It's all learning. It's all good. But I was beating myself up a little bit for it, and feeling bad not only about missing a meditation 1 day out of 6, but also not being in a routine with it, and also not doing videos every day. Initially that was my intention, but then I'm like, how boring is that going to be? Did my meditation today, didn't learn anything, but just, I don't know, a 2-minute, 1-minute video or whatever. And I could have done that, but just didn't sound as fun to me. So anything I do on YouTube it's got to be fun, or I'm not going to do it. It's got to be me wanting to do it, not me making myself do it, because too much of my life has been have to, or I felt like have to, not necessarily did I have to, but I felt like I did, right? I felt trapped and all that. So we're leaving a lot of that behind. So I have to really choose it. So I have chosen to attempt this 30 days in a row, and you see that hasn't gone completely to plan, and I'm okay with that. It's one of the huge things that I'm working on right now is that being gentle with myself and having that inner nurturing voice that's like, hey, it's all learning. You're doing great. You're a toddler learning to walk, right? You're learning these new ways of being. So if you start out like me, like right now, let's say I would struggle to do like a 5K even walking, well, not walking, I wouldn't struggle, but like it'd be a challenge for me to do a 5K or like 3 miles walking at a certain, you know, at a quick pace or whatever. That'd be enough of a challenge for me. But to think I'm going to do a marathon or an ultra marathon or something and do it all perfectly, have all this awareness all the time, and I'm thinking also of my like intuitive eating journey because I'm very much in the mindset of that as well, then, you know, it's just completely unrealistic. And when we want to increase mindfulness and increase consciousness and let go of conditioned ways of being and all this stuff, it's a slow process. And in today's kind of self-help world, we're all looking for the flow. We're all looking for the hack. We're all looking for the shortcut. We're all looking for the transformation in a moment. At least I can say all, not all people are, but I was on that track for so long. I'm just like, why does this have to take so long? I have the realization. Why can't I just bring it through in a quick way? I don't want to spend my time going around in circles. Well, I have come to understand for me that transformation does take time, and the best way you can do it is in baby steps and a little at a time so that it sticks and so that it really kind of goes through all those layers. And you might have a bunch of layers to go through, and it might feel like you're going in circles, but you're not. You're not. And none of the time is wasted. None of the time spent on trying to improve and grow and stretch and go deeper. None of that time is wasted. Not a single minute. So with that attitude, it's much better. Also, what I'm realizing is I'm harder on myself than my conscious mind even realizes, because I do things like, well, I should have meditated in the morning and I didn't, so let's just skip today and I'll start over tomorrow. In other words, I failed today because I had this standard set and I didn't quite meet it. So I'm going to kind of beat myself up and I'm not good enough, and I'll try to be perfect tomorrow. I'll try to do it right tomorrow. This is a lot with the eating too, but I'm doing it with meditation as well. And it makes me realize, oh, look how hard on myself I'm being. And I didn't even realize I was really doing it. Because it sounds kind of silly, right? I mean, my logical mind knows I'm human. I'm going to pass, fail, whatever. It's all learning. I keep telling myself that, and I keep telling you that because I think so many times we need to hear it a lot, because we just have so many ideas that we're supposed to be a certain way or in a certain box or be able to do certain things, and maybe we're not there yet, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I've decided that I'm just not going to give up, so I'm going to get there. No matter what my goal is, I am going to get there because I'm not going to give up, and I'm not going to give myself the timeline that is going to squeeze and pressure and make me uncomfortable. I'm going to take the time that is needed, that even longer than I think it should take. It doesn't matter. I'm going to set that goal out there further in the distance so that I don't have that, oh, I better do this because I got to do this then, and everything builds on one another. You know what, like when you're working towards a goal, you start small and then you kind of build and build and build. And you're like, well, I'm supposed to be to this level already, and I'm still back here, and I've still got all this to build. No, I'm just trying to eliminate all of that judgment and pressure and everything, and just be moving in the direction of that goal, and to know that I'm doing the best that I can. And when I do stumble, just to look at it and not judge it, but just look at it and observe and have an awareness around, oh, look what happened there. And so I think that's all I got to say for today. We got one more day of meditation, and then I'm going to continue. But we'll talk about that later, and what it looks like and how much we want to do on the channel and stuff. Because also, just talking about the meditation on the channel is, you know, I have other stuff that I'm doing and other stuff to talk about, but meditation has really been kind of taking, you know, when you're doing it every single day and want to do a talk at least every few days or so, then it takes a lot of that, and I don't want to throw too much over here at the same time. And this channel's still kind of forming, and I'm not even doing thumbnails or anything for it, as you've noticed. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. There it is. Driving the last few hours to get home today to Kansas City. Going to get ready in a hurry and then heading to Minnesota for my new job at DigiKey. And I'm excited and having some trepidation about some of that. But that's okay. That's why meditation comes in so handy. You know, when we're changing, when things are moving kind of fast, it's just so nice to take that pause and take a few moments. And I also think meditating when I'm working all day and when I'm doing overtime, when I'm learning something new, when I'm putting a whole lot more have to in my life, a whole lot more packing my days full of stuff than it has been for a year. Meditation is going to be more important than ever. Having to take time and be purposeful to be aware and be present in the moment when life starts moving a lot faster as it's going to in these next few months. And so that's why I started it, you know, more than 30 days ago, is because I knew all this and I knew meditation was going to be my best first footing, my best piece, like best first foundational piece as I build and as I grow and everything. So, and move toward my goal and my dreams. So, okay, enough blathering. You've heard enough from me. What's going on with you? And think about it. Think about what I said before too, about cutting these goals down so that they're super, super small. Lately, I've been doing most of these days, if not all of them, I have done more than 20 minutes of meditation. I'll keep going for an extra 10 or 15 minutes, or I have been sometimes then at night doing a second session of 10 or 20 minutes. But I have been, when it feels good and when I'm not pressuring myself, but it just feels really good to do it, I just add on a little time and keep going when I feel like it. And that feels good too. That feels good. So it feels natural and feels like what should be happening. So, okay, that's that. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye.